Hello, hello, hello again. Another true crime video. Welcome to all my tarot detectives, my true crime sleuths. And before I begin, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. This is just my opinion, my interpretation of the cards. This is what I believe the cards are telling me. Not based on fact. I'm just a blonde throwing cards. Okay? Anyhow, I thought about this, but then I thought, the case is solved, blah, 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 with Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie, or Laundrie, however you pronounce it. But there's still something not sitting right with me on this. And I thought about it on and off, and I was thinking this afternoon, actually, just not too long ago, while I was feeding my son's cat and feeding the dog. I'm like, what am I going to do? I want to do another video. I want to do a true crime, something that's not Idaho 4, just kind of to add a little bit of variety. What can I cover? What's the latest things? And I had a couple ideas. And I opened up my YouTube app, and what is right there in my face? A 2-year-old video on Gabby Petito. And I'm like, okay, I got the hint, Gabby. I get it. She wants me to do a video on it. This is after the fact, after the case is supposedly being solved. Now, I know that there's been some recent interest in Gabby Petito's case about Brian's parents, his family, his sister. How much did they know? But the biggest issue that I'm having right now, and we're going to find out in this reading, is Brian Laundrie still alive? Were those really his remains or somebody else's remains? Like, did he literally get away with murder and just get a whole new identity and a whole new life? That's kind of what I am wondering. The cards may tell us, yes, Brian is gone. But there's a reason why Gabby has been bugging me. You got to do a reading. There hasn't been a reading on Gabby Petito, I don't think, in a hot minute. So we're going to go ahead and dig in. Okay. Yeah, she's talking already. Yeah, she's talking. Okay. Just figuring out where do I want to put my cards. I didn't want to put them over there in case I wanted to grab a different deck. But Gabby wants justice for the tower in her life. Her disruption. Her being torn down. Her life being destroyed on earth. She had so much to live for. And the justice card is showing up. I want justice. Gabby wants justice. Justice has not been served. Oh, she's a little bit sassy today. Let me tell you. And, and after, when that video came up on YouTube, I heard her say, I've been telling you, you need to do a reading on my case. She says, I've been doing everything but scream at you. She goes, I'm screaming now. So there's something here that's left to be discovered. Not all is as it seems. Right? So, yeah, those cards flew out of the deck. I didn't know what decks I was going to use. One of the decks was used in one of the readings, in the reading that I just looked at from 2 years ago. And she says, I want that deck. So, that is the Osho Zen Tarot. Actually, it was 1111 Tarot, Mama D, that did this reading like 2 years ago. So we're going to take a look. We're not looking for where she's at or anything because, you know, she's been found and stuff. But what was the energy with the family and with Brian? Same-sex relationship, cult. Ritualistic. Two people the same sex. Could that be? I don't know. I don't know. Were they involved in any kind of cult activity? It's coming up here, but the cult could just simply be certain religious practices. And two people of the same sex. Same-sex relationship doesn't have to be romantic. It could be two males, two females. She said take that card. Don't skip over it. Deceit. Their deceitfulness. This is a couple. This is spelling out family because cult is like family, but a little bit. I'm just picking up the family of Brian Laundrie's was odd. There's something between the mother and daughter, I think, but there was deceit in the between mama and daddy too. Okay, and the same-sex relationship is throwing me a little bit. I got to be honest. I'll see if I could clarify that here in a minute. Okay. Crimes against animals. I think it has nothing to do with the wording on the card. Yeah, she's telling me ignore the words. Ignore the words. Okay. She said, you know, she's like really pushing me. She goes, get one more card. I have one more card for you. There it is. Okay. She wants me to look at the pictures, not the words. A little bit demanding. Living a life of luxury. There's a lot of cruelty towards her. And somebody spread their wings. Somebody is free because of lies and deceit. But she says, my candle's still burning bright. She's still a light in this world, even though she is without physical body. Her presence is still felt. And I'm getting two messages from this butterfly. One is her angel wings. She's got her angel wings. The other one is somebody is still free. That should not be. Okay. And there is something here in regards to luxury and cruelty. You know, and with this deceit as well. She says it was very cruel that of how she felt like a caged animal. She felt like she could not get free from Brian. And there's a certain level of comfort zone. We're going to dig more into this. But she's saying that through the deceit and everything, she wants justice. I don't blame you, girl. I don't blame you, honey. And she's telling me that she may have she's not sure why she chose this deck, but it did tell a story. She said the words weren't matching up to what the images were telling her, what she was trying to portray in the images. And it's like saying, I've got my angel wings, my light still shines, but there's a deceptive couple here that was very cruel and mean to her, that she felt like a caged animal, and Somebody who is free, who should be caged up, is living a life of luxury right now. Oh. Okay. Why does he get a new life and I don't? You know, this is almost confirming, without confirming, that that wasn't Brian. Okay, what else can you tell me about Brian's energy right now? Turning in. What's turning in? Turning inwards. That's somebody who's asleep, who's at peace. The world. Peace in the world. A completion. Family. Okay. Turning into his family. What about that? Slowing down. Oh! Slowing down. Traveling. Oh, okay. And one more card. I like to do fives. I like to do things in odd. Okay. No. There's a nothingness there. It's like he's totally disappeared. This is talking about traveling the world. Going and seeing things. I think he's been traveling, going from place to place. And this blackness is like you can't see him. Maybe he travels by night. It is a number 5, which are 5s bring change and challenges. So he is facing some kind of challenges right now. Something is slowing him down. Could there be an illness or a sickness? But something slowed him down. He's not traveling as much. Oh, thank you, Gabby. I was going back to discomfort. He's slowing his traveling down. He was all over the freaking place. Not staying any place too long. And he kind of traveled by darkness, by under the cover of night. Now he's kind of in a relaxed zone, thinking that everybody forgot about him. He's getting comfortable. Okay, when a criminal gets comfortable, that's when they make mistakes. That's when they make mistakes. So is this to confirm that Brian is still alive? Yes. The Sun. The source, the Sun, is a definite yes card. So according to my cards, what I feel Gabby is saying, Brian Laundrie is still alive. Okay. Let's get some tarot. Okay, I have a lot of questions, Gabby. Now, the parents have been deceitful. Okay, we get that. So, Gabby, take me back to when you disappeared. I want to know the situation with Brian's parents. When Brian returned home after you had passed. What was that situation? When Brian returned home after you had passed. What was the energy there? Chariot. I shit you not. Travel. The situation was, when he got home, they were leaving. All leaving together on a vacation. Give me another card about this travel, this leaving. One more card. The Hierophant. Interesting. A higher level, that's higher level commitment. That's the marriage. That's the couple. That's those wedding rings that we saw here that had deception in it. That's also almost like a so-called spiritual retreat. So yeah, they were leaving. They had to get away. There was a certain level of commitment and faith concerning this. What challenged what was the blockage for Brian and his parents? What's the blockage? Ace of Wands. Inspiration. Inspirational point. Son of a bitch. I think that was not too far from where Gabby was found. Or, well, I know 1111 talked about inspirational point. But that is also certain ideas, certain ambition is a blockage. It's like they trying to think of an idea of what to do. Okay. The influence over this. Did they know where Gabby was? By water. 6 of Swords. There's all this travel card. There's all this needing to get out of the storm, needing to get out of the limelight, needing to get away. They needed to come up with an idea. So they kind of went away to get that idea. Because, and what's the root cause of them going away? Whose idea was it to go on this camping trip? A Knight of Wands, which is running. Some, doesn't say what this is about running. Maybe this was Brian's idea. Was this Brian's idea to get away? Flower of Life. Wow. Running from the Flower of Life. Running from the life he had taken. Oh my God, the self. Self-reflection. There's a little bit of that with the turning in. He's done a lot. He did a lot of thinking about what he did and how is he going to get away from it. That was the root cause of needing to travel, to run away, to get away. Got the family involved to try to come up with some kind of idea. And there was like, nobody was coming up with ideas. How can we handle this? What story are we going to tell? Okay. What happened right before they left? Right before they left on this trip. Trying to heal the family. Ten of Cups. Temperance. Trying to, that's mixing a concoction. Trying to come up with a plan in order to heal this, to keep the family together, the cohesiveness, the happy family. So they're portraying themselves as a happy family. And the blockage also communication. They blocked this is just coming to my mind. They blocked communication of Gabby's family. They wouldn't answer text messages. They literally blocked Gabby's family. So, they leave on vacation, and what happened next, Gabby? While they were on vacation. What happened while they were on vacation? Okay. Four of Pentacles and the Lovers. So there was some kind of karmic bond, karmic love that Brian was holding on to, guarding that connection. Guarding, holding on. Okay. What else? I feel like I need another card. What else? What about holding on to this bond? Seven of Pentacles. Watering. Growing. So right after, something has potential and coming up with a practical plan. Planting some kind of seed that he was holding on to that connection. Oh, right after that, there was there's a plan in the works. So what was Brian's perspective? Two of Swords. That is, I don't want to face the music. I don't want to deal with this. There is blocking. Swords is thoughts and communication and conflict. And his perspective on this is ignoring it and letting it go away. Not dealing with it, not dealing with what happened, and letting it go away. Okay. External influences. Five of Pentacles. Money. Lack of money. Being alone. Being out in the cold. Ten of Wands. Okay. An external influence has something to do with, and it's funny that this comfortable and this luxury card is here. Okay. But Five of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands, literal translation is money struggles, money problems. There may... Sometimes the Two of Swords is a duel. Two people facing off. They were fighting over freaking money. I asked one question, she's answering something else. She goes, the reason why this all happened to begin with was because it was over money. Between Gabby and Brian. It was over money. But there's still... Okay, I got that, Gabby. But what is the influence? What is it? externally, what's influencing Brian right now? What's influencing Brian right now? Nine of Crystals. He can't stop thinking about that fight. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. You know, he's trying to heal from this, from what he has done. He's done a lot of reflecting on how he was impulsive and how he took out the flower, which is Gabby. Okay? The flower of life, of his life, the flower of his life. He took that away in a rage over fucking money. Okay? And that still haunts him. He tries to close his mind to it, but he can't. So he thought running away, he could get away from it all, but he can't run from his own mind. But that's not enough justice for her. She wants him behind bars. What's the next thing? Okay. King of Cups. Daddy. So, the daddy knew. Four Wands. Daddy knows where Brian's at. Are you shitting me? Gabby. Oh my God. Are you ready for a bombshell? Brian went on to live his life, but he's still haunted by what happened. He suffers severe anxiety. He's looking over his shoulder all the time. But he does have a commitment someplace else. Brian's a daddy. There is some offspring of Brian somewhere in this world. Where's the outcome going? What happens in the end? Knight of Cups. Lover boy is brought to justice. The outcome is lover boy. And when I get the Knight of Cups, to me, that's the lover boy. Okay? Yeah. He continues to run from justice. But can you say justice being served is justice being served? Seven of Wands. Somebody who's standing up and trying to protect himself and be guarded. Somebody who's defensive. Yeah, justice coming out after him. And he's going to find himself in a court of law and needing to defend himself. I shit you not. I think that there's going to be something coming out because I don't know, I read something or I saw a YouTube video that was recorded a few months ago talking about somebody looking at the parents and their involvement. I don't think that for everything that I'm seeing here, That was not Brian's remains. He's still alive. But it was a well thought out plan. And they put that plan into motion when they went in to that little camping vacation. Yeah, away from everybody, to come up with a plan, to come up with an idea. They needed to get away. This was a blockage, trying to come up with an idea. So they got away. They went away and kind of talked things out. How are we going to do this? Fake a death. He disappears. He's hiding somewhere. This was a plan that the family came up with. The family. The Laundries came up with. And I cut the deck, the home, and water into wine. Things are not as they seem at the home, in that household, in that family. So, he's still alive. Wow. Okay. Let's see what the story is. Earthquake. Star of Bethlehem. Handcuffs. Woman. Fence sitter. Okay. Right now, somebody's not they're not reacting. There seems to be some kind of divine intervention happening in regards to this earthquake, in regards to her passing and Brian. Fence sitter. Something about a woman. I think this is either mommy or sister. Who knows what happened? Who knows where Brian is? Who's going to end up in handcuffs? They were looking at her involvement. I just think they're not out of the woods. They haven't been put on trial or anything like that. But there's some kind of justice coming. I'm telling you. And it's going to come out that Brian's still alive. What else? Devil. A lot of evil, a lot of deception. Okay, so the lies and the deception of the man, Brian, Scourge, about the argument, that they repeatedly were always fighting and arguing. There's deception around that. The razor. The razor is cutting something off. The razor is, boom, sudden ending. How he suddenly ended her life. And all the deception around Brian. Faked death. Faked death. Repeatedly, Scourge was a cycle of deception in this whole thing. But what really caught my attention was a devil, man, straight razor. Yes, he did it. But moreover, about Brian, faked death of the man. Faked death of the man. And there, my folks, I dropped the mic.